Hi, Talon. Can you hear me? Alrighty. Well, sorry if if people. I know it's only you watching, Talon, but there was other people that logged into the other one, but for some reason I couldn't get the chat working, so I had to stop it. But apparently, when you stop it, it removes everything, so I had to reset it back up as a new one. So hopefully, people will get onto it. I see there's a second person watching it now. It might be me because I'm also watching it. So. And alrighty. All right. Well, we'll see if any more people jump on here. Alrighty. So, what tonight is all about is what's in this box right here. Hey, Derek. I'm glad you made it. But anyways, so what tonight's about is what's in this box. And if you can see, I got the Creighton sitting right next to me. So let's see what we got in here. So we're going to do a little chatting while we do this. But we got some padding. Oh, we got a chassis plate. Can anybody guess what that is? Yep. It is the Mojave EXB chassis plate. So what we are going to do is we are going to convert this Creighton, and this is the 8th scale Creighton. We're going to make it a 7th scale Creighton by doing the chassis. We've got, of course, the main crossbar. We've got the chassis. The chassis braces, and then we've also got the M2C. This is the front center drive shaft. So that should be pretty much everything that we're going to need in order to make this what I'm going to call the Kraken. So we're going to do some changing up on the cameras. I've got another camera up here we're going to change around to while we're working on it. Hey, Thompson RC, how you doing? Glad you made it. See who else is on there. Well, Derek, this is the only M2C thing we're going to put on it. The chassis, I want to try it out. So we've got the EXB chassis plate. If everything goes as planned, then we probably will eventually replace this with the M2C. I'm not sure that the side guards right here for the chassis are going to fit on it. We'll see. Most likely not. So we might have to leave those off when we do it. But everything else should pretty much expand this out. It's going to extend it, this rear end, all the way back here. So it's going to make it longer. And I should probably change you over to this camera angle. Right there. So we can kind of see. Well, maybe not. Why is that camera not turning on? Does the top camera work? All right, so we're not going to be able to use this camera because apparently it locked up on me and I have to reset OBS in order to do it, and that would require me to end the live stream. So, nope, we're not going to do that. So, we're just going to do a little bit of chatting, and I don't think it's going to be that bad, Derek. You saying we have my work cut out for me? Nah, I don't think that's that bad. You seen how quick I fixed your Mojave, right? I'm pretty quick at it, and I'm a lot quicker than Adam was going to be. You know, almost. I think we can do this NASCAR style and get it done pretty quick. But alrighty. First things first. Gotta get these zip ties out of the way. Get that out of the way. We're gonna pull this top piece. Yep, you're right there, Thompson. They are easy to work on. I really enjoy using messing with the armas and all that. So. And then hopefully I'll have this up and running, and then tomorrow I can go bash it. How you feeling, Derek? You feeling any better yet? How's your Sin project going? That Sin 450 you're doing? Oh, that sucks. You know, even after you start feeling better, you might still be testing positive for COVID for a while. So what do you think of the name I'm going to name it? I'm going to call this the Kraken. Because it's not going to be quite a Creighton anymore. I semi-locked up the diffs, and I have to use... You're going to have to use a smaller motor. It's not going to fit in there. Well, hopefully you can get better enough there, Derek. You can start editing some more videos. I think you still got a couple more that you got to get edited, and then you got to get your actual debut episode put out there. I know you're kind of rolling with the one that we did for the live stream, but I know you're itching to actually get a good episode out there. You know, I don't know if I don't know if you Thompson RC watch, but have you heard of I think his name's Chief Beardsley, I think is his YouTube channel. Yeah, Chief Beardsley. He did a live stream last night, and they were talking about. He gets the, I guess, the new Arma catalog, and when the new Arma catalog came in, he noticed this that this low-C DBXL was in this picture for these parts they were selling, and with the parts that they were selling, the DBXL was a different shell, and so I was on their stream last night for a while, and I ended up picking up 2 subscribers from him. I was talking about this project I was getting ready to start working on, and he, next thing you know, I had 2 subscribers. Oh, you were on there too? Yeah, I was actually talking about this project on there with him for a little bit. But yeah. I get a kick out of Gus Creations on there. He can be funny sometimes. So what motor are you going to try to go with then, Derek? We're going to have to find something else to put that that 8S in, or are we going to, or do you want me to try to help you rehome that motor? That motor in ESC. Get these other 2 off of here. Oh, you were watching it on the TV? Yeah. I actually just installed, I have a, I installed it for when me and Derek did our live stream. I have like a little 32-inch TV that I mounted on my workbench right over here. Right that way. And I, oops, that wasn't supposed to fall like that. All right. I guess I should have just removed this fan in the first place. You're making me a bracelet, Talon? Is it going to be able to hold my controller for my RC? Oh, why is that stuck? Oh, there it is. All right, we got that off of there. We'll set that over here. Move that like that. You know, I probably should have cleaned this better. Yeah. Was listening to this podcast earlier about learning on who the designers are of and the guys behind the mask when it comes to Element RC. You know, their Element RC is a associated brand, and with it being an associated brand, and the idea that they had behind why they gave that name, and the reason why they went with the name is they were too afraid of, you know, them walking in with a crawler or something like that when it came into a hobby shop, of seeing that it was a Losi and or an associated or something like that, not Losi but associated, that they're assuming, oh, it's going to be a speed buggy, and so that's what the creators of it did. But the guy that's behind the we'll say the mask when it comes to designing these crawlers, he's worked for Horizon, he worked for HPI, he's worked for Monster Jam. He helped design Axial's monster truck, the Gravedigger that they have. So he helped design that, and then turned around and did some more work for Axial. Now, he didn't physically work for Axial. He was a contractor for Axial, but he was still behind the designs of it. But I thought that was kind of cool, and that's the reason why he got into the Element. Right, that goes there. And now, need to do this guy. I grabbed the wrong screwdriver again. Thought it was kind of funny is that, you know, I was talking to a guy earlier today about RCs, and he, you know, I told him what I was doing when I was going to be making this, you know, some people are calling it the Creighton XL. You know, I tell him I'm going to call it the Kraken, because it's going to be badass, and it's going to rule all the Creightons, at least in my opinion. And he asked me, he goes, oh, so you're going to have your EXP chassis available. He goes, are you going to put it on your wife's Outcast? And I said, and turn it into a Creighton? Because that's really the only thing that would be different. Is I'd be turning it into a Creighton. And no, I like the Outcast the way it is. It's a stunt truck. All right. Now, let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is remove that right there. Yeah, I do. I like that shorter wheelbase on the. I'm still, no matter what I do to this Creighton, I'm still going to be jealous of my wife's Outcast. Not to mention that not only is it, you know, an Outcast or a Notorious, as it was, say, it's the 10th anniversary edition, which, you know, they only made, I believe, 500 of them. And, you know, that's the shell that it came with right there. That's a pretty cool looking shell. But yeah, so I'm always going to be jealous of it. It happens. It's so easy to control in the air too. You know, if I was a better basher, I probably wouldn't break them as much. I'm not sure if Derek's ran any hobby wing yet. Me and Derek had that conversation a little while ago about, you know, I think we're both on the same page. We really like the Castle systems. You know, maybe someday we'll probably all branch off and at least try it one time and get us a hobby wing. But I like having the sensor wire. I know Derek likes to have it censored too. It helps protect the system. Someday I'm going to get my tools right. So what are you up to tonight, guys? Besides watching me on YouTube. What are you doing, Derek? What are you doing, Thompson? I'm really starting to have issues when it comes to the Castle motors. I talked about it on my last live stream, and I think I talked about it in one of my videos. But so me and the wife went and took our, took the Creighton and we took the Outcast out, and I believe it's actually in my last video that I did with walking the RCs, and same 6S battery. They're 5200 6Ss by Sakakin, and my wife only lasted about 35 minutes, and I was almost at 75 minutes on my battery. Now, that may have a lot to do with the fact that I've got the 8S system in it, and I'm only running a 6S battery. I'm not quite sure if that was the case or not, but I do have to say that my wife even said, "Well, when am I going to get a Castle system now?" Yeah, that was a long screw. I should have used. I watched Christian's video earlier with that new, that little red I can't remember what the company was, but it's it's their version of the SCX 24. His little snow bash makes me super jealous on seeing the snow. That's something we don't have over here, Derek. We don't have snow to go bash in, but we do have prime bashing weather most of the year, so. Oh, the Bengals and Titans are playing tomorrow? Yeah, I haven't watched football in a long time. I've kind of lost interest in it. All right. We are getting there. Move this out of the way for a minute. Where's my rag? There's my rag. Oh yeah, the RGT. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's a pretty cool little bugger right there. I think I haven't looked at what those are running to see if they're how much cheaper they are than buying the my SCX 24s like I got. You finished my bracelet, huh? That done. I just read your comment, Derek. Oh, so they're $100? That's it? Is it like a Chinese brand or? Use that one. It's not that good at rock crawling. Well, I'll tell you what, Derek had come over just shortly after we got our SCX 24s, and we were playing with them in the backyard, and they worked pretty dang good. The this deadbolt right here, if I can get it off of here. So this deadbolt right here that I got this one used. I paid $90 for it from a guy that's in our AZRC Bashers group here in Arizona. And it was pretty much bone stock. The only thing he did was he put these, the brass inserts, if you can see them right there, he put them in all 4 wheels. And I really want to see about getting them out of the rear wheels and just putting them in the fronts. And then take the other set of this, and I have a red one of these deadbolts I wanted to put it in. But I took the tire off. I just couldn't get it to pop out. I don't know if anybody knows how to get those inserts out. But that's really the only thing that's holding me back on putting those on the other deadbolt I got. But those things, even stock was surprising on how they climbed up rocks. All right. Well, we are off the chassis. Got to clean that up a little bit. I noticed he was having problems in the snow right there, trying to get it to go up that embankment. All right. Well, let's see here. Well, the funny thing is it will line up. Strange as it is, I think they'll actually work on there. They do line up. It sets back just a little bit farther. Sets back about right there. So a little bit of the metal plate on this side, but I might be able to make them work for now. And just when I just got done sweeping my floor, and I'm going to make it dirty again. So let's see here. I believe that's going to be the front. And that's going to be the rear. Do I have that right? Yeah. I believe that's the way it's supposed to go. No. Maybe it's the opposite way. Yep. That's the way it's supposed to look. And then, let's see here. No, it's not going to fit. Hold on a second. Let me bring you guys to the other camera. I want you guys to see this. So what do you think of it looking like that? Yeah, what do you guys think of that? It's actually got an interior for it too. Funny thing is I got this body from a when I bought my first Creighton V5. That's the body the guy had on it, and he everything was so tweaked it just I couldn't get it to fit on there straight. All right. So let's start with the rear end. Let's get this turned over. And what did I do with my spatula? Well, I don't know what I did with them. So, need to put a lost and found sign. I lost my spatula. Yep, we'll check out that Dodge Ram body and see how that works for now. Eventually, I'll buy a new body for it, but I got a little bit of other things I got to get taken care of first before I start spending more money on the RCs. All right, so got that. That on there. And then I need some Loctite. So Derek, how's Bryce been handling it without you at the office? Well, nope. Grab the right screwdriver again. Okay. So you got cold weather out there by you, Thompson, right now? Is it you got snow on the ground? You say you got snow on the ground, my daughter's gonna get livid because she keeps asking me to take her to the snow. Isn't that right, Taylor? I'll get this bad boy on there. So right now we're going to put the steering linkage shafts back in place. Oh, 19 degrees. Man. I lived in Groton, Connecticut for 5 years. And I hated the fact of having to get out and shovel snow. What I don't miss was the days of being in the military and getting to stay home when I didn't have, I wasn't on duty. Because it was a big snowstorm coming in. Now the only thing we can hope for is a day where it's flooded that I can't get to work. You got one snow bash in and then it was gone, huh? Sorry, COVID nap took me out. I'm moving you to my computer soon, but I won't have sound, but I will be in support. All right. Well, Derek, that's what my daughter's for. So if I'm trying to get a hold of you, she's on the chat here. I can have her text Derek. Ashton's supposed to be on here, but I haven't seen him log in yet. Yeah, I get sick of the snow really quickly. You know, it's like Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for 3.5 years, and with living in Hawaii, you know, everybody's like, "Oh man, it must have been awesome living in Hawaii." Yeah, until you've lived there for a while and realized it's just a rock, and you can see everything in one day. Then the only thing you got left to do, especially when I was in the military, was drink. I guess that screw doesn't want to come out, so we're going to have to do it the hard way. No, he's not playing with his bird. He's here at my house right now. He was sitting in the house with Teresa when I came out here to do the live chat. So he better not be playing with his bird, because I didn't see him grab his bird when he came over here. Well, if he got on here, Derek, I was going to have you ask him how his bird went with his RC. Because he told me, he goes, "Dad, my birds, they don't like the RC." Wow, this thing's going to be a stretch. Nope, it's the smaller ones. It's these guys. When I get older. Well, Taylor, the only thing I got to say is if you want to start a YouTube channel when you get older, you got to have something everybody else wants to wants to see and stuff like that. Definitely don't choose RCs because it's not a big community out there. But it's basically you just got to have information that people want. If it wasn't for the fact that I love the hobby and I love working on them, I mean, I wouldn't have sitting on the couch saying, "I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I need something to I'm going to do RCs." No, I didn't think that. I just happened to be watching somebody's YouTube channel and I decided that I could do that a lot better than they could. So I decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to I'm going to start one. I heard about the G-Maids. I haven't seen any or on them yet, but I know that there's a lot of people that are currently selling their crawlers and RCs, and they're only looking for those G-Maid crawlers. I don't know if Derek's got any experience with them, but I'd like to see one in person just to see see how they operate and what they look like. But I heard that they're a pretty good crawler. I don't even think I've heard Harley Design or the Scale Builders Guild actually talk about any G-Maids. But I haven't really paid too close attention to it. So let's see here. You want to do a YouTube channel about making bracelets? Well, we'll talk about it when you get a little bit older, Taylor. That seems awful loose. Wonder if I need to put one of those push pins in there. You have some somewhere. Well, one thing, bring you guys up top and I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So, right here, this is the M2C front Mojave chassis drive shaft, but it moves a lot. So I know that with the EXBs, they make those inserts that go in them, and I know that I have some somewhere. And that's what I'm looking for, is what I did with those inserts. And where I think they are, they're in the tubs behind me. Don't have them staged over here. So I think that they're in my Arma collection down here. Guess I can bring you back to front view so you can see where I'm at. Somewhere, there's my Armagift clips. Oh, there's one right here. That one right there. So let's try this and see about putting this in its place in here. So it's that little rubber gasket. It's like kind of oval piece that you can get for the, I guess it's like a spacer of some sort. All right, that's a lot better. I'm not sure if you can put them in the center one. All right, well, let's mount that now. The RC Tanks and Trucks has had them on their channel, and I think, yeah, I've never seen one in person when it comes to those G-Maids, but like I don't have anything bad to say about them either, because I don't know anything about them, but I am interested in getting my hands on one, of course, and trying it. I really think that my next crawler that I'm going to get is probably an Element Enduro. I want one of their trail trucks. And I think that that's the route that I want to go. I want to get one of those and customize it. Both me and the wife, we do own. My wife has a Toyota 4Runner, and I've got a Toyota Tundra. So I think it'd be kind of cool to build mini-me vehicles for her and a mini-me vehicle for me. I think I put the wrong screw in that one. So we will get that one back out and put the right one in. There is an order to my Chaos here. someday. All right. All right, we got the front and the rear. All right, we're done. No, I'm kidding. That is one with the independent. I believe they do have the, I guess they call it that IFS system. I believe it does. I've seen that people have modified them and gotten rid of the IFS system. I listened to this podcast called That Scale RC Show, and I know that they're not too happy with the people running the wow, I just brain farted. Oh, dang it. How am I supposed to get that in there? All right. And I'm sure everybody wants one of those Vanquish style rigs, but I cannot see myself dropping $800 on one. And I know they get more expensive from there, but I just don't have it in me. All right. Let's see here. First things first. Let's mount the ESC. And I think that... Yeah, I mean, I still have a, it's just like I want one of those 8S Outcasts or the 8S Creighton, but I mean, that's a hefty price tag to get one of those things. It's the same, along the same lines on why I do what I do with modifying it. This idea that I came up with here for this Kraken is all based on the fact of that new fire team that just came out. And once again, that's a $750 buy-in to buy one of those things. I'm like, why buy one of those if I got a perfectly good Creighton sitting right here? And then I started looking at, what they did to put together this this fire team, and found out that all it is, it's a mix between a Creighton and a Mojave. So I was like, well, I guess I can have best of both worlds, in my opinion, and make my own. Other than that, it's not a fire team, it's a Kraken. Now I do know that Vanquish also sells a cheaper version. That's about $450. It's completely stripped down. It's not as beefed up. I think it still has portals on it, but plastic. I think it's plastic portal housings. The gears are. I believe that they have metal gears in them, but I know that the engineering behind those Vanquish are pretty top notch. Now, get this bad boy in. Oh, wow. There is some space between that. So it looks like I might run across an issue with how the ESC mounts. I believe that this mounting plate isn't going to work, but we'll take a look at it here in a minute. Oh yeah, and get the infraction handbrake. Yeah, I'm not quite sure that I've never used a handbrake like that before either, and I guess that's something I'd have to I know that a friend of mine and Derek's, Adam, he was on my last live broadcast. He used to have an infraction, but he sold it. I definitely would have to find somebody that had it to try it out first to see if it's actually something I think I would want. Have you ever tried the handbrake before, Thompson? Come on, screw. Right. Yeah, I've the shell that they have on that is pretty cool. That one that's on the new fire team, but I think that also adds a lot of weight to the vehicle. Oh, that on the if you've tried the handbrake before, yeah, me neither. All right, so now I need to figure out how this is going to mount. See if I can get any of these holes to line up. I actually think that would work if I reroute these wires. Wow, that double sticky back tape's on there good. You haven't gotten anything bigger than a 10th scale? Yeah, the you know, the 10th scales don't, they're not too bad. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Definitely don't have anything bad to say about 10th scales. You can see over here I got quite a few of them. I got the granite. I've got the big rock over there. Behind me right there is the Senton. So I do have plenty of 10th scales in the Arma line, I should say. I know that Armas are a little bit bigger than normal, at least in the basher size. When it comes down to, other 10th scales, the Gen 7, that's considered a 10th scale. I believe the Gen 8 is considered a 10th scale, even though it's almost as big as my Creighton. So with that being said, the only 8 scales that I have are me and my wife's. My wife's got the Outcast, I got the Creighton, and my oldest son back there's got the Green Bug that is a Typhon. That is also in the 8th scale line. It's the 6S line. All right. Well, this definitely you end up with a lot more room, surprisingly. Like, let me bring you up top and show you the room that you have. So you end up with so much more room in this thing now. Like, literally, that's where the motor or the ESC plate goes. And then, like, basically you mount the ESC there. In the and I'll show you on my wife's Outcast. With the Outcast here, you've got everything is all crammed. Like the servo's right here, and then you've got the ESC. So they're really butted up together, and that's where I was having the problems. I was trying to butt the ESC right up to where it mounts on here, because it's the same mounting for the Creighton. And it's just everything's... So basically this whole area opens up, makes it bigger. Kraken like our dog? Yes, we have a dog named Kraken. But I don't call her Kraken, I call her Cracker Lackin'. Alrighty, so with that being said, so now you'll know, Taylor, when I say, hey, I'm taking Kraken for a walk, that means I'm taking my RC out for a walk. Let's see here. So you got the Big Rock, and you got a Sentin 2, a ZD Racing DB10. IMX Renegade. I don't think I've ever heard of one of those before. Is that any good? Oh, so it's a little tiny little guy. That's cool. I had a I can get that to go in. I had these little 136 scale. Oh. Hey, Derek, if you're still on here, audio-wise, your Mojave, is that servo flipped 90 degrees? Or I guess I should bring up a picture of how that servo sets. The way that the servo is currently mounted, I don't think that's going to work. The drive shaft's going to hit it. Let's see here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for how that servo mounts. If I can get my internet to update properly. Let's see, I got that. I'm bringing that up right now. I think that I have to rotate this in order for that drive shaft to set in there properly. Images. Yep. That's what it looks like. So yeah, so it does. It is turned 90 degrees. Okay, the IMX is a company that sells. Okay, they're sold in Florida. It's a stadium truck. Salt Salt Lake shitty, huh? Well, welcome RC Bash Fest. You live close to one of my RC Creighton heroes. He lives up just outside of Salt Lake City, East Tactics. You should look him up. He's a good dude. He's like the Alton Brown of RCs. If anybody knows what I mean by Alton Brown is a chef that digs down to the science behind cooking. And that's what East Tactics does about the Creighton. I'm thinking he owns more than just the Creighton. I just think his channel is completely dedicated to making the Creighton the best RC ever. All right. So, what we're going to do right now is I got to pull these screws back out on the for the steering servo, and we're going to have to rotate it 90 degrees. Had it hidden by my wing mount. So, RC Bash, what you've kind of stepped in on is the fact that I bought a Mojave chassis. I bought some additional Mojave parts. I got the chassis braces. I've got the main shock tower, between shock tower braces, and we are converting my Creighton into, or maybe we're not, the might have to do this the hard way. I think I stripped that screw head out. So I guess I should have, I see that Derek's back on there. I guess I should, I don't think he's got audio, but he said he was moving me to his other computer where he didn't have the audio. All right, so now that I got that off, nope. Well, that worked out in my favor. Even though I stripped that head out, at least I was able to take it apart and get it loose this way. So there we go. We got it. Just got to put it back in now. So you got a lot of snow up there in Salt Lake? I imagine, being that you're saying it's shitty. We're freezing our butts down here in, what was the high today? 71 degrees. Yep. All right. So, yeah, it's going to go just like that. And then I got to reset the servo horn. And then I need another screw. I believe that's the same size. Yippers. Alright. We will try this again. I am going to be excited to try this out. I have never tried to continue a live, utilizing my phone, so I will just have to film it and post the video later for you guys. It'll probably be too dark by the time I get done here, so at least to be able to get good footage. So I will definitely get this out tomorrow and give her a proper bashing. And you all will have to sit on the edge of your seats and wait for me to post a video of it. I don't know if RC Bash Fest jumped on and then jumped back off, or if he doesn't have a audio. All right. Let's try this again. Drive shaft. Oh, look at that. We're going to have like that. That's going to go like that. We get the rear drive shaft like that. And bam. In like Flynn. Now we can put the other side on. Oh, wait, before I do that, let's get this bad boy back on. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put the cage back up on here because I am going to be rolling with the Dodge truck body for now until I can find me a good basher body for this thing. Not quite sure what I'm going to go with, but then again, it's my own RC. I can do what I want. It's the best part about this hobby. Do what I want. Definitely going to be more room in here. I'm going to be happy once I get the modification done for my fan mount that's going to go in there, right there. It'll kind of set in, I believe, it's going to set in like this. And then I'll have my dual fans right there. But I got some time. It's still cold weather for us. I don't have to worry about having the fans yet. I just want to get them ready for this summer. Yep. I think we are almost together. Put this bad boy back on for right now. And pliers. I think I need my handy dandy conduit. Yeah, that zip tie is just not long enough to be able to use that zip tie gun on it. But it is what it is. It did get a little bit tighter for me. can get this other side plate on. We'll get the switch mounted. Not lining up properly. All right. So we got that going. Now it's chassis brace time. So we will get this. Loctite. You fell asleep. Am I that boring, Talon? Am I that boring? I guess I'm that boring. Oh yeah, my Panduit gun. I've had that since 1996. That's an old school one. There it goes. It's a little bit of the pain in the butt to put it on with having this wing mount, because this wing mount is completely flexible. So to get it to go through that material is a pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah, definitely a pain in the butt. All right. That's the wrong chassis brace. That's the right chassis brace. Well, I do have to say, Talon, at least you attended my my live stream. I don't know what happened to Ashton, but he is failing royally right now. So you get bonus points for that. Oh. Make sure I got the right screw. Yeah, that's the right one. All right. Although I probably should have put the other brace on first. I wonder if that's the same length. It looks pretty close. No, actually the Mojave one's a little shorter. That's strange. So it looks like the Mojave chassis braces are shorter in the rear versus the Creighton ones, which are a little bit longer. Loctite. Get that bad boy in. I probably should have put this on before I put the cross. I think that is too long. I need a shorter one. And actually, these chassis braces, if they look familiar, we pulled these off of Adam's Talon last weekend, which it just happens to be that the Talon and the Mojave use the same chassis braces. So that was a cost savings for me, was that, you know, Adam just gave me his chassis braces. See if we can get this to tighten all the way through. I'm using another screw to kind of rethread this thing because it looked like it's was holding up in a certain area. Yeah, looks like that worked. That was a cheap tap right there I just did. We just won't be using that screw again. We'll put a brand new one in. All right, let's try this again. We are getting close to the end here. We've got to get this chassis brace installed, and then I got to connect up the sensor wire, and then reinstall the mud guards, and then I think that'll do it. Right. And put this guy in. Nope, wrong one. We need to use that guy. All right. Look at that. The Kraken is alive. All right. Okay. I'm going to get that back on. There it goes. Well, I am going to be so excited on this. And that's why I keep saying it. So if I'm annoying you guys by keep saying it, it's because I'm so excited. If it wasn't YouTube, I could be playing the song. I'm so excited. All right. Sensor wire. Where are you? There it is. So luckily, I have a great friend like Derek that bought me this motor in ESC. I know it was an exchange for me working on his Creighton, or his Mojave, but he got me this extended wire for the sensor, which is freaking awesome because I can run this wire now completely through the Mojave. The wire that comes with it is too short, the one that comes with the motor, in order to hook it up properly. You need to like about another 1.5 inches. Instead, you got to get this bigger wire. That what I've been doing is just kind of zip tying it in place right here on the chassis bar. You know, to try to keep, you know, clean wire management. To make it look pretty. Maybe I can make it look pretty. Are you gonna work? Yeah, definitely gonna get that video up this weekend, hopefully. If I can get out tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know if maybe I'll just do a test run here in the front yard on the street first. And test it out that way before I take it and try to send it. But I believe the Creighton's alive. Or the Kraken is alive. Kraken! Because we are going to unleash the Kraken at the January AZRC Bashers. The only thing is I'm not going to send it. I'm not going to send it off the high jump. I'm going to leave that for me and Derek's buddy, Adam, to do. But it will be debuting itself in the Monster Jam event. And who knows? We might even do some drag racing. I'll throw some 8S batteries in it. And I did buy, and I haven't installed them yet because I want to try them with this first, but I bought some pinging gears. So I got their Techno pinging gears, and I got me an 18T pinion. And then I got some of these Apex RC products, which were recommended to me. I got some 15, 16, 17, and 18 pinion gears. Ultimately, it's because right now I'm running a 14 pinion in the Outcast for my wife. I wanted to put a 15 pinion gear back in it, just because it got a little bit more oomph with the 15. She doesn't really need to go fast, and usually when she's running it on 6S, she's only turned down to I believe I turn it down to 60% on the throttle, because she just likes to get out